And will now head to Green Bay to take on Aaron Rodgers and the top-seeded Packers. The Rams still don't know who will be their starting QB with injuries to Jared Goff and John Wolford. Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp's status is also up in the air after both sustained injuries in the win over Seattle. And according to Fox Bet Sportsbook, the Packers are just a 7-point favorite. So, Shannon, should this spread be higher, actually?
No, I don't think so. I think the thing is that the Packers obviously have a very potent offense. But defensively, they give up plays. Teams have been able to run the football on them. And with Cam Akers being back, he's shown an ability to run the football. But the Rams have an outstanding defense. Now, we don't know the health of Aaron Donald, and that's going to be key, Skip, because they hounded Russ all game long. And, Skip, I don't know, and it hasn't been said, but Russ is going to have to prove he can win a playoff game without the Legion of Boom. Now, we've seen the last couple of playoff games. He has not played well.
Yep.
2 years ago against the Cowboys,
Yep.
He did not play well.
He did not.
Saturday, he did not play well. And his defense played well. They kept him in the game. But Russ is going to have to play better in order for Seattle to get to ultimately where they need to be. To back to why the line isn't larger. Skip, I believe because Vegas has the utmost respect for the Rams defense. Jalen Ramsey, now I'm looking for this matchup. Jalen Ramsey and Devontae. Now, DK Metcalf is tailor-made for Jalen Ramsey. Basically, it's athlete versus athlete, physicality versus physicality.
Big on big.
So you basically playing in Jay's hands. If you just try to overpower him, you're not going to do it because he's stronger than you think. If you watch him when he comes up and attack people on the run, it lets you know he's a physical corner.
He is.
Devontae is a totally different animal. Devontae is more slithery. He's more. I'm not trying to get all your hands on me or none of that. So I'm really looking for that matchup.
Yep.
It's going to be great. The question is, no matter who starts, what can the Packers defense? I'm not worried about the Packers offense because Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to he's going to make some plays. The question is, because we've seen in the past, Skip, the Packers defense let them down. We saw it against Atlanta in the championship game. We saw it against the 49ers last year. Can they get a couple of turnovers? The Smith brothers, they've done a great job thus far of rushing the quarterback, but it comes and goes. I believe the reason why the Vegas has the line at 7 is that they have respect for the Rams defense, and they don't believe that Aaron Rodgers will have the level of success that he's had the last month against this defense.
So your instincts were it was going to be higher than 7.
No. I thought it would be somewhere like 4 to 5.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Well, then they don't have that much respect.
No. They have it, Skip. Well, maybe I got that wrong. I thought the question is who starts for the Rams. Skip, for me, I'm looking at the game on Saturday. The guy that was in there first looked better than Goff.
John Wolford.
Yes, he
looks pretty good.
Now, how's that thumb going to hold up in the cold, Skip?
Okay, remember, Wolford took a shot to the head and had to go to the hospital, but did return in time to celebrate.
And you gave him the benefit of the doubt. But when Jadeveon Clowney hit Carson Wentz in the back of the head, you talking about he's soft. The exact same play.
He lasted like 4 plays.
How long did Wolford last? 6 plays. You selling the Rams short. That's what you try to do. But see, what you want is somebody to knock. You want the Rams to knock the Packers off. Then Tampa Bay beat New Orleans, and then the Rams would have to come to Tampa. That's what you hoping. You think you slick, Skip Bayless over there. I know what you're thinking. I know how that old mind of yours work.
Well, the last time the Rams were in Tampa Bay, it was not a pretty sight for Tampa Bay.
But don't you like rematches? You say you like rematches.
I actually like Tampa Bay better on the road than I like them at home.
Okay.
Seriously.
Well, you do know the
I don't
Super
know
Bowl
why
is a home
that
game.
is. Huh?
You know the Super Bowl is a home game for
Well,
them.
it would be, except that would be the one I'd love to have that one. Okay, this is why I believe this spread should actually be higher. Because if you listen to Aaron last week, he was raving about how good he feels. Remember those quotes?
Yes.
I got them right here. I definitely feel as good as I've ever felt at this point in the season.
He looked it.
I think it's the strongest I've definitely felt, and probably the least sore I've ever felt, because he made every practice. He missed no practices the whole year, and he said he had one of those magical years where he avoided all the unlucky shots or, something where somebody rolled on him or whatever. Nothing went wrong.
Well, that sounds like a Brady and Manning. You don't miss any practices because you don't let them see the backup.
Okay.
That's why you don't miss no practices, Skip. They
Well,
did
and
draft
maybe
the guy
that
first.
was happening. Maybe that was working. But Aaron has always said, what I want is I want those 2 home games off a bye week at Lambeau.
Correct.
He's never had this before.
Right.
I remind you, he had one wild card run to a championship.
Right.
It was 10 years ago. And since then, he is 6-7 in the postseason. And last seen in the postseason was at San Francisco last year. His QBR was 23 on a scale of 0 to 100 because he threw 2 interceptions and lost a fumble. So he had 3 turnovers against they were crazy hot 49ers.
Right.
I got it. But now he got what he has wished for. He's got 2 home games to the Super Bowl, but you got to win the first one to get the second one, obviously. And then you could go to Tampa Bay and play on Tom's stage by yourself.
Nice sunny weather.
Could be. You also got your games at Lambeau. What did Davante Adams say after the Bears game, after they beat the Bears to clinch their #1 seed? He's talking about playing at Lambeau at this time of year in a playoff game. It's a world of difference. People play different. People act different. People talk different. Everything is different. It's a beast playing in that weather, just being in that environment. It takes people's confidence away. Your big brother played there. You went to some games. I assume you went to some. Did you go to playoff games?
No, I went to when they played Minnesota.
Yep.
It's a different animal.
Okay.
That's a different type of cold. I mean, you think you know cold, but going in December and January to in the Lambeau, unless you're a polar bear, you shouldn't even be outside.
Okay, but I have watched Aaron lose games at home to Eli Manning and Colin Kaepernick in that cold.
But it's going to take. You see what Cap did. It took a Hercules. Now, if you're going to let Cap go run for 140 yards, the running back runs for 140, and Eli.
That game that day, it was almost too cold to play football. In fact, I felt for him because I thought it marred the beauty of the game where it's just too cold to even be outside.
You talking about the first, the one they lost to the Giants when Tom Coughlin's face had frozen.
No, but I was thinking about even the Colin Kaepernick game.
Yeah.
It was freezing that day.
Yeah, it gets.
Colin just took the game over, but he could run it as well as throw it.
Right. I don't see Jared Goff or the other guy running.
Okay, so now to your point, all of a sudden you get more good breaks because Jared Goff is coming in there with 3 pin cold. Is his thumb going to be aching? Probably it will.
They showed it on the sideline. He said how big it was compared to the other thumb.
Bandaged up. Okay. And I don't know if Walford will clear concussion protocol by some.
Whether concussion or whether the stinger.
I don't know.
Because it was
like took him to the hospital. It was.
Well, it said like his neck because they was like pressing down and he's like, ow.
Okay. So now, Aaron Donald, I assume, has cracked ribs, fractured ribs.
He heard him fall on the quarterback.
Okay. Well, Russell fell on him. And listen, Russell's no small man.
Right.
I mean, he's stout.
I don't know if he might have like some cartilage, Skip, and that even whatever the case may be, Skip, it's the sudden movement. You can put some numbing medication in there.
Well, it looked like he's having a hard time breathing coming to the sideline.
I had that. You could put some numbing medication in there, Skip.
Yep.
But it's the sudden movement. You know, I'm trying to catch a pass. You see how active Aaron Donald is with his hands?
Yep.
Now all of a sudden he can't be that. How effective can he be? And then you always run the risk of the Tyrod Taylor. They go in there too deep and puncture a lung.
Which I think they warn you of that. They should.
They absolutely do.
Okay. So then I watched Cooper Kupp, who's the security blanket for Jared Goff. I watched him limp off the field to the locker room.
It looked like he banged knees or something.
I don't know, but Sean McVay said after the game, we expect him to be ready to play.
Right.
So I hope he's okay for their sake.
Right.
Because they're going to go in there, and it's going to be Jalen Ramsey on Davante, I assume, the whole game.
Right.
And I'm going to warn them that they're going to know this from their field study. Do you realize Aaron targeted Davante Adams 149 times? That was 86 more than the second targets on the team, which went to Valdez-Scantling or to Aaron Jones. So those two, because he's flipping it to Aaron Jones. But they had 86 fewer targets, and I remind everybody, Davante missed 2 games. So Aaron's just going to go to him.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, he's going to him.
And they do a great job of moving him. They put him in motion, Skip. They put him in the slot. They line him up out wide. They put him in the stack. They're going to get him the ball now.
Okay. And I'm going to remind you also that Darius Williams has come out of nowhere, undrafted out of UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. And he picked 6 Russell the other day.
You might now see a better film study than what you saw with that. That's right up there with the now the stakes were a little higher.
That?
Yeah, Skip. Now, obviously.